Morning. Jack Palia Bow. Oh boy, yeah. Same. Someone. Okay. So we a little bit meditate, connect with present moment, and then explore some Dhamma topic. So just find a straight and comfortable position of your body. And try to let go of any disturbance in the mind, worries or any restlessness. Just for some time, we don't need them. And pay attention on what's happening right now. What's in your experience more predominant, more grab your attention. Can be bodily sensations. Very often any mental restlessness or anger or something like this, they manifest themselves in the body as well. So by paying attention on the body, you can come back in touch with present experience, step back from any mental disturbance. And also be aware that how it's maybe harmful. For example, be angry. How it's really painful in the body when one is angry. Our body is always present object, very easy to connect with it. Even opposite, very difficult to disconnect. That's why if we learn how to experience bodily without being caught by pleasantness or unpleasantness of these or that sensations. Just know them as the sensations. So wonderful to have these tools, to have these techniques. Just be able to calm your mind, to connect with present experience. We can be very grateful for the Buddha. Okay, we try to never lose this connection with the body, at least for as long as we remember. continuation of topic of the food, that we start a little bit with this traditional greetings, like concern about other person eating. There is one sutta in itivuttaka. They call it Kama Yoga Sutta. So the yoke or bondage of kama, of sensuality. Yeah, because most of the time when we eat food, we don't eat it only for subsistence or substance, or to just keep this body running, keep this body going. Very often our choice, and not only choice, also the process of delight in pleasure, in sensual pleasure, it's more predominant than just eat whatever I need, whatever body need. So the sutta saying that one who attached with bondage of sensuality, so he infatuated with this sensual bondage, with sensuality in general, and also he attached with the bhava, with attachment or yoke of existence. We come a little bit back later to it. So here we may call this person as one who come back to this existence. So this sutta kind of in simple way describe of the difference between different stage of enlightenment and unenlightened person, in more like without these all 10 fetters and like broad explanation, but kind of concise and just to the point. So the first kind of person who still attached to sensuality, still attached to becoming, to being, and that's why he come back to this existence, this sensual world where we live now. He come back here. Okay, just for now we understand this category. Then next category, who actually become unbound or detached with yoke of sensuality. So sensuality for him, like nothing trigger anymore. He may eat like just for the body, or see the sights and okay, just sight, just sound. So there's no sensual bondage for this person. But he still have a yoke or attachment to being, to becoming. So he not attached with sensual things, but he attached to becoming in general. Also we come back again to it. But we may put this person to category of anagami, one who not never return to this world again. Because why he would return here? Yes, he don't attach with sensuality at all. But this is a sensual world. He has some other things to do, but not here anymore. And the last one who really let go of any bondage of sensuality and any bondage of becoming or being. So he's Arahant. He's like destroyed his effluence or asava. So this is a simple category how to check yourself. Very not simple to do it, but to check ourselves, to understand, am I a returner or not returner or Arahant? Easy. Yeah? If I have a desire or lust or infatuation with any sensual realm or sensual thing, with food, with sight, sound, smells, taste, touch. So then I may be sure that I will return. And so my job, if I still have this, my job to be sure that I will return at least in human existence, not lower than this. So this is a minimum for the person who kind of honest with himself and understands that to overcome sensual desire would be very difficult. But at least let me be a good person. Let me really be sure that, okay, I know I will come back. I want to come back where I will have a chance to practice some Dhamma. Because in lower existence, we know there's no much chance. About higher existence, also they say there's less chance to practice some Dhamma, because more kind of joyful experience, less dukkha. But anyway, if we have a choice between low existence and high existence, of course, no one need to. It's not a question, yeah. So it depends on our deeds. And then, if, for example, person feels that okay, sensual realm not interesting anymore for me, like not for me, I say just for one. So it may be even like interesting very little, because this is kind of pure categories, or this category, this category, this category. But always everyone experience very individual, very kind of special. And one may be kind of close to detachment from sensuality, but still there's a desire to be, to become, so to exist. And this person also may kind of fit more to the second category. Not completely maybe, but kind of, okay, there's some job to be done, but the direction is quite clear. And for this person, maybe makes sense to really see disadvantages of being and becoming rather than in sensual pleasure, because sensual pleasure for him may be not a problem anymore. And so, yeah, so this person may become anagami, so not coming to this world. And then, of course, Arahant, who gets rid of bondage or yoke of becoming and sensuality as well, so he will not come here. So about these yokes, we will speak about this a little bit more from another sutta. Just in this sutta, I want to point out few moments in the gatha, because usually itivuttaka, it starts from prose and then small gatha related to this. So, yeah, he says that what's interesting things, it's about anagami. And he says that, he described anagami one who overcome sensual realm and still have attachment to bhava. And then he says that whoever, so he described normal person, anagami, and then he's starting to describe arahant. And he starts with whoever cut or serve or like eradicated doubt. And then whoever destroyed mana, comparison or pride, and repeated existence. So, and he's Arahant. And interesting, he starts from whoever cut off the doubt. When I read this, it's kind of, we know the doubt already stream-enter cut. This is one of the bondage, even much, because before he speak about anagami, now he speak about Arahant, and he speak about doubt. It's doubtful. So then, all kind of commentary have explanation and something to say. And they say that he just emphasized, the commentary say, of course we know that the doubt already has been cut, has been overcome by stream entry, but here just emphasized that for Arahant, for sure don't have a doubt. There's no question about this. Because before he didn't mention doubt at all. So, okay. And also another explanation, it's a gatha, it's a poetry. In the poetry, sometimes for some kind of poetic reasons, for put the words together, maybe they, in Pali, they sound nice together. And it's not wrong in terms of, Arahant for sure don't have doubt. It's not wrong. Just the place where this word, it just more makes sense to put it before. But again, from our point of view, when we really analyze this gatha, or this word definitely need to put there. So it's more like scholastic approach, But anyway, it's interesting. And then he says that he's who gets rid of mana and repeated existence. With repeated existence, it's clear, he will not be reborn in any world. But with mana, it's interesting that one thing that before even anagami, who don't have to do anything with sensuality. For him, sensuality not a bondage anymore, but he still may compare oneself. He still may feel that, I overcome the bondage of sensuality. All of them, didn't. So still this kind of mana, pride, what we need to be careful, because very often mana, in case of undeveloped person, mana comes together with aversion or strong lust, which anagami we know don't have anymore. So anagami may kind of feel that, okay, I'm I'm really better than him, or I'm really worse than Arahant, for example. So he may have this, but without this aversion, what very often happens, and without this attachment or lust or like. So, yeah. And then another sutta speak more about what is yoga, what is bondage. And he speak about 4 kinds of bondage. Let's repeat what is here: karma, yoga, bondage, sensual bondage, then bondage or attachment to becoming, then ditthi with view or opinions, and avidya with ignorance. And yeah, what interesting about this sutta, it says how one who has this, let's say, kama yoga, attachment to sensuality, how he may overcome this, how he may don't have it anymore. And he says that he need to understand, also from other suttas we know, he need to clearly understand how these things arise, how these things disappear, how these things, what's the gratification, what's the beauty, what's the benefit of these things, what's the drawback, what's the disadvantage, and what is escape, how to escape from this. And of course, like it says, it's see as it really is with personal experience. So it's quite deep things. But even on intellectual level, we may reflect, and this reflection may really help when you reflect on, let's say, disadvantages of sensuality. We all know disadvantages of sensuality, yeah? Because if I attach to some sensual experience, when it's gone, when it's disappear, I'm suffer. Yeah. Or they always in Sutta give example, like you see young girl, for example, 18 years old. So she, like one who look at her may feel pleasant. But then this girl, after 80 years, she become like almost 100 years. Would you be attracted with this girl? Bhikkhu say no, no, but definitely no. And this is kind of disadvantages. One who kind of attached and infatuated with some object which going to change, and then because of change of this object, I will be suffer. So, but interestingly here, it's also speak. We need to understand the advantages. We need to be honest that, okay, there are benefits in sensuality. There are benefits in becoming, benefit in views, benefit in ignorance. It's very doubtful, but okay. If one don't know it's ignorance, maybe there's some benefit. They say benefit of ignorance, yeah, saying like this. So, but also it doesn't mean that we need to go for all sensual pleasure if we speak about bondage of sensuality. I don't think that we need to try and taste every sensual pleasure what's possible in the world, you know, like otherwise, if you really go for it, I don't know how much health you would left after this trip. If you try any drugs, any alcohol, everything was sensually available, I mean, it's kind of costly for the health and for mind, and it would be much more difficult to detach. But in general, I think all of us have a general sense of benefit in sensuality. I mean, of course, maybe we didn't try everything what is available, but we may understand, okay, like the alcohol, any kind of alcohol tastes like this, any kind of drugs, I mean, we can imagine, even never try, we don't have to. And also, from this kind of, the more wisdom we have, the more general conclusion we may draw. Like just from some experience, from like seeing a fire, for example, touch a fire, you understand, okay, the fire is hurt. But maybe to touch a, I don't know, lamp, you know, like some lamps also kind of heat, or anything what's kind of similar to this. By wisdom you can understand, okay, it's also hurt. I don't have to touch it. I have the understanding. So same way with sensuality. Understanding from some experience that there are benefits, and okay, I believe that there are other benefits similar to this. It's just kind of enough for me to go forth. And then what's how it's arise and how it's pass away, it's also interesting. So with sensuality, usually sensuality comes with vedana, with feelings, like pleasant or unpleasant. And we know feelings arise from passa, from contact. So there is a contact with sensual object. I put some food in my tongue, there was a contact. And now I feel pleasant because it's nice or sweet or whatever. And then when it's gone, I don't feel it anymore. Contact not there. There's no like sensual pleasure anymore. I may remember this. Oh, what was a nice cake? Oh, it's nice. But it's come from different domain. This pleasure, what I may come from memory, it come from mental. There's a contact with mental with this thought, and then I feel pleasant. Then this thought disappear. Now I remember about my mother, for example. I may feel different feelings, but not that anymore. So it's very clear to see the sensual pleasure arises from contact. And when you break this experience on this, even on intellectual level, you may be more detached. Like, it's not my sensual pleasure. It's not that things what I inherently want to control or something like this, but it's just things what arise from contact. I mean, there's no much magic here, yeah? It's just contact happening, experience, contact gone, experience gone. Okay, so causes and conditions. It's not that I inherently, like blessed one who always experience pleasant, like pleasure, or I'm like miserable creature who always experience pain. It's everything conditioned. So same way for becoming. We know, like maybe a little bit we can touch this. So when we know that becoming being maybe arise from tanha, from craving, from dependence origination. We know that craving lead to attachment, to upadana lead to bhava, to becoming. So this kind of on personal experience only we can verify that, okay, now I'm here, I has been born, yeah, there was definitely becoming, and probably because of craving, because I still have some desires in me. So, and also kind of believe in Buddha's teaching, we may say that by eradicating this craving, we may get rid of this power. And also like benefit and disadvantages. Like benefit we all know. Benefit may be very connected with all pleasant, beautiful things in the world, what we have. All pleasant experience, what we have. So since we kind of separated from sensuality, we may speak about mental domain. Yeah, we may speak about some beautiful mental ideas or any pleasant feelings in mental domain. When, for example, someone praise you, you feel pleasant. Or someone blame you, you feel unpleasant. So it's a drawback. Yeah? And also drawbacks because, I mean, once you become, you will die. You will become old and die. Even put aside the bodily pain, mental pain in all this kind of samsara. It's even more sometimes, yeah, than physical pain. Yeah. So about views, about ignorance, also we can speak a lot, but I think today we mainly may focus on sensuality, what we start with. And again, this kind of reflection on benefit, disadvantages, how it arises, how it passes away, and escape, of course. I mean, escape, we all know it's a noble eightfold path. It's like just practice this, just diligently do your work, and escape will be visible. So I wish all of you to really understand it. Try to understand in every experience, especially something what really kind of infatuate you. You see some sensual experience really drag your attention. You cannot deal with this. It's like really almost shake you. Like you like it very strongly. And try to go through these 5 things. How it arises? Because of passa. How it disappear? Passa disappear. What's the benefit in this? Okay, I know benefit, definitely. What's the disadvantages? And you reflect on disadvantages. And what's the escape? If I do it, if I reflect on this, I find escape. So again and again, we kind of wholesomely brainwash ourselves. And then hopefully this intellectual brainwash will come from personal experience. I from personal experience may see, oh, it's really horrible to indulge in it. It's unsuitable. It's not worthy of what I'm aim on, or any other kind of things what you may feel, okay, I want to kind of detach from it. And again, it should come naturally, not from aversion, not from anger, but naturally from wisdom. So I wish all of you to be free from all suffering. Sad.